But like I said, I had some time to sit down. And last year I didn't have that. And I just didn't want to have to like keep repeating the same injury all over again. So last year I would come back, play for 1 week and then be out the next. So that's why coach they decided to put me on IR to like sit down and just let this thing heal.
What was, I mean, when you went through it, is it like, are you, I mean, was it almost like, are you serious?
I mean, yeah, like I feel like I was in a better place this time, because I talked about it last year how it was like tough on me mentally. It was pretty like rough because I feel like I did everything correct this offseason, like prepared. I felt like I was good, but then it's just a freakish accident. Like things happen, it's football. I did it in the Dallas game in like the second quarter. And I just found a way to play through it, like I was out there limping around. If you go back and watch the film, I was limping the whole second half. And I knew it was a strain, but I just like I had to find a way to like make it through that game. And I knew once I like sat down and like the adrenaline wore off, it was gonna be, pretty tough to just come out there and play the next week. So when I came back, I got the MRI. They said it was a grade 2 strain again. So last year was the soleus, this year the gas. But I mean, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot right now.
So how much of it was like, kind of based on what you were saying, what you went through last year? How much of it was I'd rather play 12 games or whatever full strength and have to deal with 17 games not being myself?
I mean, I just knew it was a long season. Like it happened the first game, and I was just like, I mean, if I sit down a couple of weeks and let this thing heal, I mean, it's still, we can go on a great run. And then, like you said, I have how many games? 11, something like that. 11 games to play. We could turn this thing around. So that was my main goal behind it. Just like sit down, let it heal. So I'm not going through that tough part mentally again. Because like I said last year, I was struggling mentally, and I feel like I'm in a great spot, like mentally and physically.
So the next 48 hours, is there anything really just see how it responds, or, with, some time off, or they're going to put you through a workout that morning, Sunday morning, or?
No. I've been out there practicing all week, so I think it's time to go. Like I've tested it for the past 3 days, and I feel like I said I'm in a great spot, and I feel like I'm ready to play.
How frustrating has it been to kind of just be watching? Like, and obviously the season's not going the way you want to this point. So how frustrating has that been?
I mean, the season's not going the way we want it. I mean, you never want to lose football games, but like I just been trying to do everything possible to help the team. Like in meetings, like that's pretty much the only thing I can do is just like if I see something on film, just communicate with the guys to try to help them be better. And it's been a lot better for me too now that I have my daughter. Like I'm trying to like be as positive as I can. I get to go home and spend time with her. But I'm back in this thing, man, ready to go.
You alluded to it a little bit earlier, but you talked so much in the preseason about just how healthy you felt. You feel like you've been the best you had in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But you also were sort of prepared because you went through it last year. But, like, how frustrating was it still to have this kind of happen again? And how did you kind of cope with that this time around?
I would probably say, like, the first few days. Well, honestly, I got a little pissed off about it in the game because I'm just like, oh, my gosh, it happened again. But then I got the MRI back, and I was very frustrated for like a day or two. But then I got out of that mindset pretty quick. I was just like, I just got to do everything possible to like help the team. Like I said, in the film room and things like that. So that's all I could do. Like I couldn't be on the field helping the team, so I just have to find a way to stay positive.
You said it was sort of like a freak thing, but is there anything you kind of discussed in terms of like trying to be preventative from this being something that's now reoccurred for you?
I couldn't.
It was really just like out of the blue. Like
it literally was just out of the blue. Like I mean, it seemed like I'm always injured, like I said, but it's just I don't know what it is. But these calves, man, they're brutal. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what's going on, but let's hope that we over that.
Is this the first time you've dealt with calf?
I had a calf injury once in Kansas City, I think. But literally with that one, I sat out 1 week and I was back, and I didn't even feel it. So I think that was like a smaller calf strain, probably like a grade 1. That's why I got back so fast. But this one was a grade 2, and it takes a little bit more time.
And on the lines of obviously just watching how the season's unfolded, how are you guys kind of embracing the opportunity that's still in front of you, though, given still a lot of AFC games, division games, all that, and how excited are you to kind of help contribute to whatever happens the rest of the week?
Like with me, as soon as we had to talk with the team, and I stood up and just had to talk to the guys and let them know, because if you look at our record, like a lot of people outside this building may think our season's over, and I just wanted to bring positivity into this building, talking to the guys, like, listen, we're 1-5. No one wants to have a 1-5 record, but if you really take a step back and think to the good side, we're 1-1 in the AFC. We have have 10 AFC games ahead of us. You know, our whole season is still ahead of us. We have an easy opportunity to just go out each week and keep winning. We got a great opportunity to still make it to the playoffs. So I think guys in here I think they're in a good headspace. They know that what's at stake, and they know we got to show up and play each and every week. And with me trying to help the team, you know, just me being out there now, I feel like I can help the team because I just know what type of player I am. You know, I can make plays and I can fly around. I feel like I can help us.
Does that mentality get hard?
How important was the process last year that you went through in dealing with it again this year?
I think that was huge. Like I said, I was probably in a real low spot last year, and it was tough on me. So that definitely helped me out this time because I just found like different ways to, you know, to cope with that and just get over it. You know, like I said, my daughter, she's probably the biggest factor in that, honestly, me staying positive. But last year definitely helped me for sure.
When you talk about though the mentality you're trying to impress on this team, you know, we can what Jamari was traded. How does that become even more difficult to send that message when one of the better players on the team does get traded?
You know, we wish Kamari the best of luck over there, you know, but it's kind of like next man up. We really don't talk about it, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm inside this locker room. I don't hear a lot of guys like running around like complaining about it or anything. So, like I said, I feel like we're in a really good spot, and I feel like they got their heads on their shoulders, and I think guys are ready to play, man. It's just, I'm excited to see it, and I feel like we can turn this thing around.
And I'm sorry I missed it earlier, but just could you touch on being able to return, get back on the
Like, I felt like it wasn't much I could really do, you know, when I was sitting on the sidelines or at home or just in meetings. The only thing I really can do is just, you know, if I see something on film, try to correct them. But now that I'm out there, you know, I could try to eliminate maybe some mistakes that someone else would make, or, you know, if there's an opportunity to get like an interception or get the ball down on the ground, or even just communication. I feel like I'm great with that. I feel like I'm like a quarterback out there. I get a whole lot of guys lined up, so I'm excited about that. And I just feel like, you know, the communication and everything makes guys play so much better, and I feel like I can definitely help with